Hello and welcome. How to manifest. On the previous podcast, we're discussing Pygmalion's effect, and today we are going to look at the shadow self. You know, Sigmund Freud, when he created this whole philosophy about our unconscious, subconscious, and our conscious mind, was really onto something. Be introspective. Know thy shadow self. If ever you want to get ahead in life, you really need to just look within yourself, because without looking at ourselves, we're not going to be able to practice that what we need to manifest what it is that we want in life. And it reminds me of when we were doing psychology, a story, and it's quite an important story, because there was a elephant in a circus, and you've got this huge elephant. Everyone knows, it's so strong, but yet it doesn't break free. It doesn't trample over all the people. It doesn't break the tents apart. It's got the power to, but yet it doesn't believe it does. So I did a bit of investigation within it, and I found out that in the early stages of training an elephant, what they do is they tie a rope around the neck of the elephant while it's almost like a preschool type of lifestyle, and that elephant over time believes that it can't break the rope, because at that time when they have the rope tied around its neck, it isn't physically strong enough to break the rope. So when it gets to maturity and you have this huge animal in a tent, and it's just got a normal rope which it could snap literally in an instant, it physically believes that it cannot. Therefore, his beliefs are such that it does not believe that he can get anything done. It believes that he has to be trapped to this rope. And a lot of humans and ourselves, we do this. We subscribe to the fact that we are unable to achieve our goals. And though there is only one real way to tackle our goals, and that is to be introspective. We need to know our shadow word, our shadow self, what it is that challenges us in life. A lot of people, we use all these buzzwords and read all these lovely articles that psychics write around the world, but the core concepts are very simple and very easy, provided you're prepared to go there. So if you want to manifest and you want to get out there in the world and make a difference and make a change in your life, to be successful, to be happy, this is a wonderful way to do it. So I'm going to ask you, how alive is your past present in your life today? And if you can't answer that question, I know it can be taxing, I know it can be traumatic going back into our past, but without us knowing our shadow selves, without us knowing our own environment, we are unable to set a strategy and practice on that strategy to have a viable result. So I've written down some questions, and we'll just unpack this in this episode. What is the earliest memory of your childhood? Now try to recall the memory, try to recall the experience. Try to go there. And once you have got it, it might take a few minutes, it might take a few days, but once you have it, ask yourself, what impressions you have on yourself in this memory? Can you remember it? Can you remember how you perceived yourself in this memory? If you can, then just write it down. There's a process here, so we can understand what our belief structure is, just like the elephant has when it's older and it had limiting beliefs. To be free, it believed itself to be trapped. So let's go there. Let's go there together. What are the impressions that you have of each of the other people associated with this memory? So the people that come into your life and they interact with your life and they frustrate you or they make you happy, or before they even come in, you've already got your opinion about them. What feelings do you have? What impressions do you have on these specific people today, on the memory that was then, back in the past? Now, this is where we get a little bit deep. This is all part of the conscious mind, but we're going to delve a little bit deeper here to really get to the nitty and to the core, the understanding, the core root, so we can implement changes for us to become virtuous, for us to manifest what it is that we want. How has this memory contributed to the evolution of your personal history and the evolution of your past behaviors and actions? That specific memory that you were thinking of, how has it constantly been a reminder? We always talk about the scenario in sins of the father or sins of the mother, where we inherit traits from our parents, or we inherit traits of experiences. Whatever it is that you believe, write that down. And once you've got it down and you've got it written down, how might this experience you have had back then, back in the day, from the earliest memory, how has it impacted the way in which you relate to yourself today? How has it impacted you as a person when you're out there in the world, on the challenges that you make? Does anxiety make you go, I can't handle the world, I can't do it? Or is it a challenge to you? Does anxiety, that angst feeling, create an opportunity for you to get something done? These are the pretty deep stuff here, folks, pretty deep stuff. But we can do it, and collectively we can make it happen. We can change the world, we can change our belief structures, we can change the environment in which we're living to manifest that perfect life that we want. How might the experience you have had back then have impacted the way in which you relate to yourself today? Now, this is quite a big one. If you look back at the time with your experience now, and has it changed? Are you living your environment, your moments, because of your past experiences? Or are you taking action? Are you looking within yourself and changing those little minor tweaks that need tweaking to become virtuous, to have positive mindsets, to get ahead in life? And the last question, number 6. How might the experience that you have had back then have impacted the way in which you relate to other people now? That earliest memory that you had, has it impacted the way that you as a person react to certain individuals? Now, if you can answer all 6 of these questions on this podcast, which is one of 3 episodes on how to manifest a perfect life or manifest the dreams that you aspire to, then you're on the right track. Look and know your shadow self. Once we know our shadow self and we keep on constantly improving ourselves, we become more virtuous. And by being more virtuous, we attract virtuous people within our lives. And knowledge builds upon knowledge. Ideas build upon ideas. Iron sharpens iron. And once you understand this, and you can truly comprehend the meaning of what Sigmund Freud wrote back in the day, he was really onto something when he was talking about the subconscious impacting our life in the future. Past comes alive in the present. These are very important moments. Know your shadow self. Realize that your past can be a reality in your present and can impact your future. So let's deal with it one root issue at a time. And if you are struggling with this, then please reach out to Psychic Mix. I am available online, and we can have a personal one-on-one session and see how we can unpack this. We can do a few tarot readings or some astrology if you want, and really get to the nitty-gritties and assist you in your journey in life. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.